Hey everyone, it's my wife Stacey. I'm Jesse. Welcome back to Bannor Toys. This is the last part in the history of Bannor Toys. So every week we're coming out with new episodes. You'll be able to follow along kind of with what we're doing now and how the shop's moving and the things that we're building. When we last left off, we had just finished kind of renovating the building and getting ready to move in, right?
Right. So now it's time to pack up that studio and move it in. And gosh, we took so many minivan trips through town. We just moved with our own vehicles. We didn't use a moving company or anything.
Yeah, we have a couple trailers, and so we could move the large equipment, but and we hadn't bought a forklift at the time. Our toy company had operated up to this point with no forklift. Every lumber truck that came, we unloaded by hand.
By hand.
Everything that we built, every like tub of blocks, every pallet of blocks that came, like everything, we always did it by hand. We never had a forklift. And
until this building.
Yeah, so we bought one for this building eventually, but not originally, not when we moved. So we did rent one though.
Yeah, to move the CNC machine.
To move all the big stuff. Yeah, we put them all on pallets and brought them over on the flatbed trailer. But that led to a very funny sight because, so our building is about 1.5 miles from where our home was at the time, the acreage right outside of town. And the only way to get from that house to this building is a highway. I drove the forklift up and down that highway like 4 or 5 times to move equipment. We had to load it and then unload it. And if we put the forklift on the trailer, there wasn't room for the equipment. So we loaded the trailer up with equipment, and then I was driving down this road that has a 55-mile-an-hour speed limit, like with
You're going like 12 miles an hour.
Yeah. Or like when a car come, I'd like have to get on the rumble strips, and the forklift. So the building has we call it a gantry, but it's just a lift.
Freight elevator,
And it's really old, but it works really well. In fact, I just got done refurbishing it, and it kind of needed some maintenance issues. We took it apart and we completely rebuilt that thing, so it still looks original, but it functions new. But to go back to moving in, I guess, to skip backwards to that, we use that gantry a ton, and we still do.
We use it daily.
Yeah, so the building, if you don't know, is 2 stories. We couldn't find a building big enough that was 1 story.
Right.
And so the shop, because of all the big equipment and stuff, is downstairs on the main level, obviously. And then the shipping, the offices, the lasers for engraving, all that stuff, the break room, that's all in the 2nd story.
Right, so everything had to come upstairs.
Yep.
And the stairs are very narrow, so it all went up that gantry.
Yeah.
All of it.
Well, and because it's an old building, like the stairs aren't uniform like they are today. So they're like, some of them are pretty steep. But we bought new shelving for inventory.
Yes, had fun putting that together.
Yeah, it's the same kind of shelving you see in like the supermarket.
Right.
We are carrying more inventory today than we ever have.
Yeah. More boxes for shipping.
More shipping supplies.
More everything.
More everything. Every time I say, Stacey, we have enough silicone colors. Please don't do any more. Like a week later, there's 4 more colors. So we're running out of room for silicone colors and the beads that go on your teethers and stuff like that.
There's some things you just have to let me run with.
Yeah. It's really fun though because we have room for that stuff now.
We do.
Like we built a paint room in the basement to paint the discs. We have a area where all the things get waxed and applied and stuff that's separate from shipping so we don't collect dust.
Right.
Our inventory, our shipping, all that stuff happens in the same room just for efficiency's sake. The lasering happens there.
Right.
We used to work off 1 laser, 1 countertop, and 1 table.
And 1 table.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to think that we ever fit on that amount of space.
But like, I can't even speak to the number of tables that I've built here. Every time they're like, we need a cart for this, we need a table for this.
And I think we're even short a table right now. So.
I'm busy.
I know you're not.
We currently run 2 lasers now, though we've doubled our production. And so we have 2 laser areas. We have a larger shipping area where people can work across from each other. So now instead of 1 shipping person, we have 2.
Right.
Just a ton of things now that we weren't able to do then. We found what works best for us. Like we found kind of our flow.
Our group, And we haven't really rearranged a whole lot since we moved in, but you made us really sit down and focus on how we wanted things because I would rearrange things weekly if he'd let me.
Yeah, right. But we're not gonna.
But we're not gonna do that.
I don't have a lot else to say about like kind of the move in and stuff of the building. It was fun. It's still ongoing. Like we're constantly fixing something, remodeling something, finding a new efficiency,
adding something,
making things better. And as I've said in previous videos, with the 100-year-old building, that job will never really end.
Stop.
Yeah. I say now that we have kind of gone through, if you've watched up to this point, and if you haven't, you can find those videos. The last 3, 4, 5 parts have been the story of Bannor Toys, and where we want to go from here is to bring you along each week. There's still going to be an episode each week, but it's going to be the day-to-day. It's going to show you the behind the scenes of Bannor Toys. Yeah, kind of what we're doing as a company. You get to meet with all the staff. You'll get to hear our meetings. You get to talk with us. You know, we'll keep doing a little bit of this and inform you of sales and stuff coming up and things like that.
You'll see stuff we're planning for the future.
Yes.
Sales that are coming up.
Yep. So you'll kind of get to see real-time Bannor Toys and how we operate and stuff like that. And we'll try and talk to you guys and talk to the camera as much as possible. But for now, why don't we catch everyone up? Let's go meet everyone.
Meet the team.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Marty. I'm Team Stacey.
Hi, I'm Brandy. Hi, I'm Amy. I'm a shipper.
Hello.
Hello, I'm Bailey.
Hi, I'm Jeremy. I get to sit down here and play with the router most of the day. It's a lot of fun.
Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the story of Bannor Toys and how we got started. Tune in next week for an episode of Day-to-Day Life in the Shop.